podcast. Check it out.
The Hell Diver Experience.
Dive by day, Hell Diver podcast by night. All day.
Remember, Arktic, make sure you're on blue mic. You stay on green mic.
I'm on blue mic.
I'm gonna stay on red.
Doing some fucking magic bullshit over there.
Get the fuck off my chair, bitch. Move.
Oh, that's your chair?
No,
That's your chair.
no, not you, my cat.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just gonna leave that in the recording.
All right.
Oops,
Oh,
wrong way. There we go. Oh my God, look at you. Your microphone's not even proper.
Alan, I got it.
Here, you just face forward.
I could do it.
You literally have no depth perception.
I guess I don't. It's like in my face, though. Okay, so it's like that's
Look towards there.
okay. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I see. This is where it needs to be. So I can move it around without getting too crazy with it.
How dare you?
It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
fine.
It doesn't.
Okay.
So, I
Do we have
see
an
you
intro?
the
Do we
smallest
have a-
cup of liberty?
Oh, that's just not gonna cut it.
This is your lightsaber, I see.
It's a relic. It's a prop. I got it at a store.
I don't know why it's anti-table.
Yeah, I mean, weird. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is this is not Anakin's. This is Darth Vader's lightsaber from A New Hope. Look. Yeah, it's a pretty decent
Great.
thing. Are we live?
Oh yes, we are. We are very live.
We're live. Okay.
We're just gonna put that away.
Oh, okay. Got the weapons down.
You go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Arktic. I go by Arktic in the Discord, and my actual name is Joey. And I've been here for a few months on the 707th. I've enjoyed my time here so far. People like you guys. And you guys are a bunch of fun people to play with, and I love being here. And I love shit talking you guys because that's fun too.
So, what you think talking like that's gonna get you a new rank?
Oh, as long as Virgil doesn't hear it, I guess. Virgil doesn't like the shit talking. Killblood likes the shit talking though. He likes that shit. So yeah. Anyways, where do we begin? What would you like to know about me?
All right. I guess we can just cover the basics first. Just get an idea as to what kind of world you live in. So, you have a job or you go to school?
It's been 3 years. I did a little bit of college, and that was during 2020. So I was having a hard time with the lockdown stuff, and it ended up not working out for me. But I had a scholarship and all that, and decided college wasn't for me, so I left that. I was pursuing a psychology major, and I love psychology outside of just academics and school and stuff. But like, I was doing that, and then I called it quits on that. I've been a Dutch Bros barista during that time. I was doing that for 3 years. Learned a lot of just customer experience and all that, and then eventually I moved on, and I got a recommendation, a referral from some people I know, and I picked up a job roofing for some commercial roofs. I learned how to do metal roofs for about a year, and I got paid fucking great money compared to being a barista, and it was out of town and stuff, and I did that for a year, but it kind of just started getting a little taxing on the mind. I like being at home, and I like enjoying being online, so it kind of wasn't something I wanted to keep doing, so I left that and started working heavy equipment with my dad, doing some property management, excavation, building some houses. Well, haven't built any houses, but prepping sites for houses and stuff. And currently, at the moment, I've been doing that for about 2 years, and there's just a little bit of a slack, kind of a limbo mode, kind of been in limbo for a couple months, maybe 1 or 2 months. And so, yeah, that's kind of up to the present. Outside of, diving for Super Earth, I love to play other games, single player games, and I like hanging out in this chat. But yeah, I'm. This is so.
Great, good
I need.
interview.
I need.
Wrap this
Yeah, wrap this up. I need some. I need some like music or something to listen to. It's just kind of awkward.
Bro, you can put your own music on if it helps.
Okay. Okay. I'll put some
Usually,
background music.
Whatever's comfortable for you.
Okay.
I don't really recommend it, but hey, you're the guest.
Well, it's just. All right. There we go. I got it. But yeah. Is there? What about you, V? What do you think about the 707th?
Well, I mean, I feel like my feelings should be pretty obvious. I don't exactly hide them. I love the team. I don't really know why I like them as much as I do, at least initially. Now, after all these experiences I've had with them, it's kind of hard to deny the level of camaraderie that you have there. Everyone's so cool and nice and supportive. So, at first, there was no reason. Now I have several pretty good reasons to show for this team.
And how did you get? Not to be the interviewer here, but how did you get initiated? Who linked you in?
I could have swore I've mentioned this to you, but basically, there's a comic shop near where I live, and I was walking in there one day, and my little brother was like, "Wait, look at this," and I look over at this cork board right by the entrance with a bunch of little flyers and ads on it, and sure enough, a white piece of office paper with a very faded clipping of a hell diver doing the salute and a fucking 12 font new Times New Roman fucking link to Discord.
Was that Virgil?
Bro. It had to have been Virgil. I mean, I know it was at this point.
It must have been.
But I don't even know if it said join the 707 today. Maybe it did. I didn't care. I just saw the link, Helldiver, and I heard my calling. I heard my
see.
calling to become legend.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
the thing is, I
Go
didn't
ahead.
even know there were Helldiver teams. So this was a surprise to me. I was super excited. And when I joined, we have 150 members or 100 members. I was like, wow, this team is massive.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely grown a lot since then. I'd say. Well, when I joined, it was if I remember correctly, it was Steve and I, Steve 47, and we just joined a random co-op game with Virgil and Killblood. And maybe it was one of Steve's buddies was playing with us. Maybe it was just Killblood. I'm pretty sure it was Killblood and Virgil playing together, and we joined their game. And we had a squad of 4, and two of them kind of fell off and stuff. And so we were already looking for more people, like 2 people, just to complete a squad and stuff. And that's how we were linked with Discord already. And so it just kind of seamlessly clicked for us when Virgil and Killblood was like, "Hey, you want to join us on our Discord?" And of course, back then it wasn't the 707th yet. There was probably like
Really now?
8 to 10 of us. Yeah. Oh well, it was the 707th, but like they were still talking like numbers, like what numbers it was, or the shock troop, and like there wasn't a logo. There wasn't anything concrete yet. But it was it was 707th, but not completed, not official yet. It wasn't until we formally established all the systems, and the Discord got a lot of moderation and development, and of course we have to thank Virgil for that. So yeah, that's kind of the story of how I joined the 707th. And Helldivers is a great game, and we enjoy playing it, and we should play it more. But of course, we have other things we're playing nowadays, and we'll still come back to Helldivers because that's what we are at heart, I guess. So they need to uncap. They need to uncap the levels so I can keep progressing. Otherwise, my monkey brain will not. It doesn't matter, but it just makes my brain tick, I guess, to see the number go up. Because I unlock the stuff I've liked, and I have most of the war bonds, and I'm not gonna go out of my way to pick up a war bond that has nothing particular interesting that I like. So yeah, that's like my one critique is like either uncap the levels, or make something else that you can distinguish yourself from other people. Customization, medals, I don't know, something, That's what I look forward to in the future with Helldivers and stuff. Yeah.
Well, at least how I feel about it, I don't mind that we don't play Helldivers as often, because there are still like the community events, like the mods, for
Right.
example. So
Right.
it lets me enjoy Helldivers at a pace that I won't get burned out anytime soon. I was
Exactly.
kind of feeling the burn. Then I joined the team and I saw the mods and I was like, this is perfect. I can hop on for a couple hours a week, get a fancy pants new rank, since I no longer get levels at 150. So
Right.
in
Exactly.
a way, I'm
Yeah.
still working towards stuff and enjoying the game at a good pace.
Yeah.
With good people, no less.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, definitely have to pace yourself. definitely can burn yourself out. I upgraded to a new computer. It's been like 2 months now, and I've been having some performance problems where it's been crashing, and most of the crashes have gone away. So part of that too is kind of discouraged me from playing vigorously, because you play a 40-minute mission, or you work 20 minutes, and then your game crashes, and then the pelican leaves, and you just you get the kills, and but you just lose that on the XP and stuff. And so some quirks I have that discourage me from playing a lot more.
Makes
But
you wonder
yeah.
why they don't just keep track of that stuff like they do everything else. Like how when you pick up super credits, it just goes right to your account.
What do you mean?
I gotcha.
Oh, thank you.
Well, because you're saying that you lose credit if you don't complete the mission, but there should be a way to credit you for what you've achieved before completing that mission. And maybe if your squad completes the mission, it just automatically counts for you. So when you log back in, the mission's done.
Yeah, that would work, but they still have the mission still factors in the time variable for XP, right? So
Right.
there's a time variable for how fast you do the mission, and that calculates a certain percentage of your XP that you get. So at least maybe they could separate something like that, and as soon as you complete the mission objective, there's like a base XP reward, and then like it tracks separately time and maybe additional objectives or something like that would be good. Of course, the bigger and more pertinent problem is actually the crashing, and I'm not sure if it's I don't think it's a universal thing, but Helldivers does have the reputation of having some hairy coding and buggy and being not good with performance and bringing in new updates that cause problems with performance. And so there's a lot of different variables, and I don't know how to identify what the problem is. I've ruled out pretty much everything on my end, I think, as far as I mean, we play other games, of course, and I don't have consistent crashing playing other games, and they're new ones too. So yeah, it's
Well,
unfortunate,
you got a new computer, which I'm sure means you've changed the graphical settings from what they used to be. So it's probably just one of those settings. Like I know async compute, and I think vsync. I don't know if there was another one.
There's those two.
There's a couple settings that you have to turn off. I mean,
I
I'm sure
turned
you've
off
already done your
vsync.
research.
If you turn on vsync, it turns. I don't know what it does, but vsync. If you turn that stuff on, it increases your energy output. Crazy. So yeah, I've monitored it all. I use vsync through the NVIDIA app instead, and I keep it capped at 90. I have steady performance, probably like at 120, but I have capped at 90. Temperatures are fine, all that stuff. Anyways, there's just a lot of things I've ruled out. It's not temperatures, it's not the like chipsets, or it's not the drivers, it's not the what the update for the motherboard that comes standard with my I've done all the BIOS updates. I've made sure it's not anything unstable. So I'm at a loss for words, and there's never really consistent sequence for crashes. And like the last 2 mods I've played, I've had like 2 successful mods without crashes, and then like I'll get a random crash while we're playing on the bridge.
It is kind of weird. It's like,
Yeah.
for me, it's like having to let your car warm up before you drive it. Every time I launch Helldivers for the first time for a mod, I crash like once, maybe twice, and then I'm good for the rest of the night.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't want to speak for everyone. I feel like maybe my problem is something on my hardware, but that's my experience at this point. And so I play when I can and I enjoy it, but losing progress and just not being as efficient as I can be. The game crashes. It's just not this deal. Stuff.
I hope you're listening, Arrowhead.
Yeah.
You don't know me, but you will.
Yeah, I mean, they know all these complaints and stuff, but I don't know.
We didn't really
They
good
can
at
fix
working
that kind of
thing.
stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, this is my hand, right? So it's only natural.
Yeah, but you
I
think
mean,
a Helldiver only knows
the
how to use their hands for destruction.
yeah, the constant inhalation of nicotine has keeps my hands
Yeah,
very not
you
steady.
heard that? Nicotine.
Nicotine. Yeah, no. There's something else in these. I don't know what it is. It's keeping my hands steady.
It's stem juice.
Stem juice. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they were
It's-
mentioning talk about like Helldivers 2 is a long-term investment for them. So they're going to eventually become Helldivers 3 without having a new game release. My guess as to what that means is probably like porting to a new engine, which is probably going to be monumental.
Yeah. It just who knows how long that will take.
I think
I
it's
don't
gonna be
remember.
really long when they start, and there's going to be a really long drought of content.
Yeah, that's probably how it will go. Of course, their business strategy isn't to make a new game that you buy. Is to sustain it through in-game purchases, super credits, and community support.
Yeah, just do more
Like an-
collabs.
Yeah, collabs. In my opinion, I think there's not enough to just Warbond content to justify people sticking around. I think there needs to be more in the game. It's by itself, it's great, but I mean, you and I were played. I'm like 800 plus hours, I believe.
Yeah, I'm up there as
and
well.
it's like, okay, from bonds, what I mean, and ship upgrades. There's like, again, that's the thing. Is the problem is like there's no end game for people like us who are looking forward to, like, I don't know. That's just part of how I think, and my brain works with progression. The satisfaction of putting time and effort in, and then he's just not getting out and stuff. And so,
Well,
at
when
the
I
minimum,
think endgame,
yeah.
I think like raids, like MMO endgame raids. Do you think they could implement something similar to like GTA Heist, but for Helldivers?
You know, I haven't personally played GTA heists missions, so I can't speak directly to that. Could you compare it to something else, maybe similar, or
Well, just to
explain it?
describe it, when you start up a heist in GTA, you have to do these smaller prep missions that are relevant to the bigger overall operation. So, like, okay, we need to attack this base so that we can seize the weapons we need to break into like the big vault to get all the money. And we have to do this other mission where we disable other security systems or hack into it so that we can do that later. And then all that stuff, it can be done in any order, but once all the prep is done, you do the main heist, which is this big structured mission with several layers. Like you get in, you kill all the bad guys, you get all the money, and somebody else is all the while coming in the extract vehicle to pick you up and get you out of there. And there's a big car chase. Like I'm just talking about a multi-layered campaign, but Helldivers themed.
Okay. Would it be more than 4 players?
That would be peak, because what I was saying about how like there's one unit doing the mission and there's another team acquiring the extract vehicle and coming to pick them up. You could probably have multiple Helldiver teams, like 2 or 3 Helldiver teams, like 4 to 12 players, each doing different objectives somewhere else on the same map
Gotcha.
to
Yeah.
ultimately achieve the same goal.
No,
It
I
would
mean,
require
that's
big
probably,
maps, though.
and of course, that's the problem with their engine and all the stuff that they can't do right now, or they haven't implemented yet because engine limitations. So, yeah, that would be exciting. I would love to see something like that come. Of course, I'm a little bit more skeptical, and I'm a bit of a realist when it comes to not giving them credit where it's not deserved. I don't think they managed to put content out and have it work consistently. And that's what the stuff they think works. And then they put it out. And then it doesn't work. And then they say they fixed the bugs with it. And then the bugs aren't fixed. And, people in the community ask for like test servers and all these things. And it's like, well, why don't you have that? Why don't you test stuff with players on a test server? There are people volunteering to do this kind of stuff. And I don't know what, I don't have the information on why they don't. So yeah, they have problems, and for now it is what it is, and the game's good to play occasionally and stuff, but I would like to see something like that, large scale or bigger scale, more Helldivers together playing, and you could have. I mean, think of what it would do for like our Helldiver factions, our squadrons, or the 707th. We could the type of events we could have that you need bigger coordination, and it's not just 4-player co-op. It's now you got that would make a lot more dynamic situations for us to utilize Discord and strategizing and planning the missions and all this. But
and they can
again,
have it so that if there's multiple squads, only the squad leaders can communicate between the squads. Other than that, there's just proximity chat.
I sense a little bit of Bill Sim in you right now. That sounds like a Bill Sim thing. I know a lot of people who wouldn't. I know a lot of people who wouldn't like that. I would be down for that. That would probably upset if you made it like that.
But think about it. Who would it upset? Are you telling me people out there would want to have 12 dudes yelling in the microphone at the same time?
Well, I agree. I just imagine how 4-player co-op works right now, and just think of all the crazy, stupid shit that people do, and then now you're trying to scale that to more players and more, like layers of command, and people just don't do that kind of shit. You have to have it would only work with organized groups like the 707th and stuff. It wouldn't work with random, of course, because people that gravitate towards milsims
system like guilds,
and they need to do that. Of course, that's the other thing that they need to bring into the game itself, and not make players have to coordinate outside of the game to do. Yeah, exactly. So
I get it. We're all on the same team. We're all Helldivers, but that is such a weak ass excuse.
Well, I mean, you do just come out of a freezer, and they just shoot you down there, and it's like, oh, okay, this is it. I mean, it's tough luck. You get dropped into the hell. So
yeah, but nobody says that they can't assign you even without your consent.
Yeah, I would.
It's like, oh, I guess I'm a servant of freedom now, or I guess I'm a Viper Commando now.
I'm not sure I follow.
Teams?
Oh, okay. I suppose that's true.
The way I see I see things, the war bonds are like different factions within Helldivers, like the Helldivers. So how come we don't get something like that?
Yeah. Okay, that's a decent point. It's a decent point. I don't know how to respond to that. I think there's some game elements that just don't translate to necessarily having a lore reason. Like, we just released this new like laser pistol. Like, is that like a new tech that Super Earth is developing, or is that just a studio developing content for the game and now it's here? It's like I'm not sure if that makes sense. Like, is there an in-game lore reason why there's a war bond, quote unquote? I don't know if that's a thing or not.
Well, because do you know what war bonds are, like IRL?
Not. I guess I haven't really thought about it. No. Is it just like weapons manufacturing, or just like a
Jamie,
third?
pull up a definition of war bonds.
War bonds are debt securities from governments. Basically, it's basically just government enforced money or a promise of money from the government if you buy their own money. So, it's basically a certificate saying you can claim $1,000 when the war's over.
Gotcha.
Or whatever the hell. If you buy
It's a way to
$1,000
support the
from the
war
government.
effort.
Yeah. Yep. And you can still spend those $1,000 on other things. It's basically just a promise from the government. We're going to give you this money later. So, can be worth something, can be worth nothing. Kind of depends.
Okay, so
I guess for Helldivers, according to the contract that I totally didn't read, since
You're right.
you're a Helldiver, you can pay for the war bond, but you're never going to get that money back because you're always a Helldiver till the day you die.
you're conscripted. Yeah. Yeah. Well, who would ever not want to be a Helldiver? You know? Like,
You got me there.
I mean, you don't hear much about people like that, right? I don't think I've ever heard of someone
I guess so.
denying service, you know?
What about you, Hal? Do you deny service?
You ever heard of anyone denying
No, man.
conscription? No bad.
That's why they're the one in the chair.
No,
I
ma'am.
said no man.
No man. No man. No man.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Wow, I
It's
like
no,
the
sir. But
the wave you're creating with the little cigar smoke.
Thank you. It's my incense. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty glazed right now with this thing, but yeah, it's rocking.
Wow. Okay.
But anyways,
What?
but yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of anyone denying service or objecting to service. So, I mean, it would make sense that people would, by extension, want to support Super Earth by buying war bonds. So, yeah. I didn't think about it like that.
Well, there you go. So let's see. Outside of Helldivers, what kind of hobbies do you have, if any, other than Helldiving?
Oh, outside of Helldivers, I like to study history. I like to study religion. I like to study science. Those are kind of a lot of things I like to listen to. I mean, we're on the podcast here. I love listening to podcasts. I love listening to smart people talk on the internet, and I'm like a lurker, but just of everything on the internet. I don't say a lot. I don't have a large social media presence, but I love to listen to everything that people have to say. Of course, there's some more interesting people than others. And yeah, I like to do that for fun. Outside of Helldivers, specifically like in video games, there's my other big passion is Souls games and Elden Ring. I study that religiously. I am lurking and, well, not lurking, but I haunt the Reddit forums every day, responding and engaging with people talking about Dark Souls and Elden Ring lore, and I love people getting into it. I don't hesitate if someone wants to play it. Oh, yeah. My voice is coming through yours a little bit. I think
Yeah, that's
that
what
was
I was
creepy.
thinking.
That was creepy.
Huh.
You got possessed there for a little bit. It's like hearing myself.
well, I guess we could cut
Jamie.
this for a second here. I got to see what's going on.
I need to take a piss break. One
Hold on,
second.
Arctic. I need you to
Alrighty.
hold on. If you could talk real quick.
All right. I'm Arctic. I'm on the Helldivers experience, and we're still
Okay,
troubleshooting.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
I just
Yes,
got to see what's going on here. Talk again?
it is the ghost in the machine that's causing all these anomalies. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. Is there a bug in the matrix? What's going on here? Is it did you spike
Am I
my
on
cup
Discord
of
or
liberty?
something?
Well, I'm muted on Discord. There's no way my Discord audio would.
We're not here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
What's going on?
So basically, it's just my new headphones that I got. They're semi-open back, so I can
I
hear
see.
sound
Loop.
coming from those headphones.
Understood.
I was just really
Understood.
worried that something was wrong with the recording. You can go peep
Understood.
anyway, if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah. No, this liberty went straight through me.
This liberty went straight through me.
Yep.
Well, I should have told him he doesn't have to jump to get out of that thing. I fixed the chair, so now you just walk and you get right out.
Yep.
So,
Well,
I guess while we're
Yep.
in this silly little intermission, how do you think it's going so far?
going good. Yeah.
I'm glad you were very on point, by the way. Your first
Yes.
port and you fucking nailed it.
Yeah. I've been definitely haven't been playing chess and Screech Chariot to Nomad or anything.
Oh, jeez.
howdy,
Okay. Man. Yeah, that's tough. That's some good stuff. You can fill me up again? Some liberty, please?
Yeah. By the way, when you get out of the chair, you don't have to jump. You can just walk and it should pop you right out.
Oh,
That way
okay.
you don't break your neck on the ceiling again.
Oh, well, that's what the helmet's for.
But here, let me serve you up.
Yeah.
Maybe you can ruin the filter on that thing, man.
Oh,
Oh, so
it keeps the gas out. Oh, he's gonna. It's all right. It's all right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You just gotta stem up when you feel like you can't breathe, and
Yeah.
all of it goes away. Yeah, liberty is my jam.
But we got the hard liberty here.
Yeah,
It was like 9% at least.
This video is
9%.
sponsored by Permacura. Get yours stims today. Please don't.
Right.
Something about no adverse side effects.
Yeah, if you say so.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Some good stuff.
Yeah, I think I'll help myself as well.
Nice and hot.
And nice and hot.
Nice and hot. I love hot food. I really hate like warm food. Cold food's okay, but like mildly warm food is like insufferable. I can't. It has to be burning my mouth. I love soup. I love blazing hot pizza right out of the oven. I don't wait for that shit to cool down. I like burning the roof of my mouth. And
I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's like, and of course,
Yeah,
my
it's literally-
mouth tolerates it. My mouth tolerates it.
There's a ridge in your mouth that's called the pizza ridge because that's what you burn when you eat too hot pizza. Like it's
Like the skin starts coming off
it's
maybe a little bit.
important,
And of course,
I'm actually gonna real quick take
yeah.
a look at the recording. So I'm gonna stop it just to make sure that it's actually recording.
Okay.
but $1,000 dude. But
Oh my! I will
Buddy.
take that. Thank you.
$1,000
$1,000.
security investment, mate.
Just gonna put that on the. Oh, and it's gone.
What's up?
I lost my
Oh, just like my
$1,000.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just credit from the government. Holy shit.
What? If you can't enlist, buy a Liberty
shit.
Bond. Then, here's an idea, V. What you should every person you host, you have on, you should make like a little figurine, like you did Snow Mexican here. Then you get like a whole row of them, and you scatter them across the table as you build more and more people on your repertoire.
Hello. Literally, we
Yeah.
already said this. I thought yours was the cigar.
No, not
Because
like
Mexican
not
chose
like.
that. I
Oh,
don't pick
what you said?
people leave on the table.
I know, but like, not what
Oh,
you
you
leave on the
leave it
table,
there.
but a little figurine or something that represents them. So like Snow Mexican looks like a Snow Mexican.
Yeah,
Does
so
that make sense?
basically you
Instead
leave
of not.
Dude, it can be anything.
You never get rid of it, basically.
That's what Snow wanted, so that's what he got. He wanted a snowman with an AK and a sombrero.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I gotta think of something to put on the table. Okay. I
Yours is
gotcha.
gonna be right here because I'm gonna go back and forth along the shore.
Yeah, this is a nice table.
Since
Where did you
two are
get
the first
this?
two. Oh, well, the idea was one of you motherfuckers moved the Bile Titan.
I didn't fucking do it. Don't look at me.
Anyway,
I did.
the idea is that I wanted to make as much as possible while in game. So all of these assets were found and edited in game.
Got it.
I
Okay.
just thought this was a really nice table. Because
And-
it looks almost exactly like the table they have. The difference is theirs doesn't have a cool like river going through the middle.
Oh, model after the Joe Rogan. Okay, yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, we're live.
Anyways.
So ready when you are.
Okay. Get back into it. Got my
Get rid of
mug.
the Liberty Bond.
Got my Liberty tea. Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, I forgot you can use the fours.
I can't use the forest. Good stuff. Okay.
I think what I do have to do is I have to lower the volume of your voice so that you don't like echo back into my mic.
I can
we
put my mic a little farther away. Yeah. Okay. All right. So where did we leave off? We were talking about Helldivers, and I was talking about some things I wished had happened, or wish will still happen. What would
Well, I think the last thing we talked about was the war bonds.
Oh, war bonds. Yeah, war bonds are fine. How they are and stuff, and just I think something separate other than war bonds needs to come for players to work towards. Ship upgrades. More ship upgrades won't cut it. So
Yeah, there's only so many drip-fed stratagems and ship upgrades they can give us before we just give up.
yeah,
Not to mention the same old mission
And then
over
it's just-
and over.
yeah, power, and then there's power creep. If you keep giving us ship upgrades, of course they dramatically reduce how much they actually do. But
Right.
like the tier 5 upgrades don't do as much as tier 3 up, and it's just kind of an oversight. I think it should have just, well, maybe restructured them or add a different category for upgrades that doesn't involve stratagems. Or I would love to see like perk where your stratagem balls don't bounce off shit; they stick to it, something like that. I would love
could
something
you
like
imagine
that.
throwing it on the side of a building, it sticks to the wall.
Yeah, you could have stratagem turrets on walls and stuff. I don't know how that would work, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just something
Well, think
unique.
about it like this. I'm sure you've seen these in real life. I'm thinking, well, there's actually a few games that do this, like Metal Gear, Armored Core. It's like having little rockets, like little thrusters on a pod. So the drop pod just comes falling in. Oh, wait, we have
It's
one
like an
right here.
Yeah, we do. It comes in
Here
from
we
the
go,
side.
Titan. Maybe I moved it.
It's got like little boosters
yeah,
on the
it'll just
side,
come
and it
in,
redirects it.
It'll just go.
Yeah, and it's
Boom.
sticking to the wall. Come out of the wall. That would be sick. Yeah. Yeah, would be decent. What would you say if there was an upgrade like that? What would you think?
If there was an upgrade like that, what would I what?
What would you want? What would you pick?
Well, first and foremost, all the turrets. Like all the sentries. But I guess what you could also do is they could be used like defensively. Like the lasers from our laser weapons, they could be set up so that you could stick them to the side of the wall and it just makes like a laser wall that burns and slows anything that tries to pass through.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Yeah, that would work.
What else?
We don't have turrets with laser things on them, so that would be interesting. That we have like incendiary turrets now, or throwers. They have a laser turret.
You
Decent.
could also, one of the stratagems that was very common in the first game that they didn't bring back, I guess because they didn't know how to implement it, would be the UAV recon drone. So what they could do is there could be like a helipod that drops and a little antenna comes out, and it's like a LiDAR station, but small scale. So it only detects things within a certain radius. So
Hmm.
it can be used for finding samples or side objectives.
You know, that seems a little overkill. Maybe give like a type of grenade that you throw, and it like pulses and it like scans stuff. You could do something like that. It would probably be a little better implemented. There's other games that do that, of course. Where the idea
Right.
comes from.
It's like the sensor from Bad Company that the recon class would have.
Yeah, you could Yeah, right. I think that's in Battlefield 2042. It's been a while since I played that, but yeah,
Probably
exactly.
brought back. I never played that one.
Well, yeah, I think they're abandoning that game. Definitely wasn't the best one.
So you mentioned earlier about your hobbies, how
Yeah.
you like history and science, things of that
Right.
sort, but like anything specifically, like a certain period of history or just history and science in general?
Just history in general. Like what I meant by that is like I like listening. You think of like someone opening a history book, and it's not exactly like me. I just like to listen to people and talk about history and like culture and like how things came to be, and I find that stuff fascinating. Like, what was culture like for like the Sumerians and like in Mesopotamia? Like that's a specific culture that I like to about and listen to people talk about. It's like there's just so many things that we as humans don't record because we just take them for granted as ordinary things in life. And so there's just a lot of unsaid things that culture doesn't record, and we're left to pick up the pieces. Of course, there's language and iconography. There's all these different things that we have to decipher.
Right.
I
That
think it's
actually
cool.
reminds me of something. Jamie, could you pull up Untold Mysteries on the video player here? Or no, Unsolved Mysteries. Damn, you type fast as fuck. Let's see if it shows up.
Error. Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Jamie, what'd you do?
I don't suck.
Okay.
Well,
maybe
what were you
that's
thinking
not
of?
What it's called. Go ahead and like just use your web browser and go on YouTube and try to find Unsolved Mysteries. Basically, it's this like fat alien looking guy. Let me know if you find it. You're gonna love it, dude. So
Unsolved
was it something,
Mysteries.
some event or maybe some person in your life that inspired you to find an interest in these sorts of things, or not really?
I think every human being has a natural inclination to like want to know about like who we are and where we come from and humanity and why we're here and all that. Of course, grow up and you become preoccupied with a life of work and other hobbies and putting food on the table and all these things. And I have a lot of passive time. So I am the type of person that likes to just think about things a lot and philosophy. And so, not necessarily something specific to me, probably just the circumstances I was born into and my family. I had a lot of freedom to explore things as a kid and like internet and this.
Yeah, me too. But I think we looked up different things growing up.
I think
Thank you, Newgrounds.
most people, if they don't admit to such things, then they just don't want to admit. We're all humans.
So I don't know how the fuck you just turned your head 180 degrees. I'm gonna assume it's an effect of the stims. But that was a little shocking.
It's yeah. I mean, I've had to go to the chiropractor several times after some hell dive missions, and I've actually improved my flexibility. So that's just a part of being a hell diver.
Well, if you could turn it that far, do you think you could turn your head 360 degrees?
You know, I could do that. I mean, I'm almost there and stuff. But it starts to hurt a little bit going way past 108. So I try not to push it. Of course, it's a good intimidation tactic. You know, if you're facing potential heretics and
Well, I'm certainly intimidated.
treasonous peoples, but those are
By the way,
unspoken,
Jamie, if you're
unsaid
having
things.
trouble pulling up the video, just copy paste it into the world. Doesn't have to be fancy on the video player.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the video is you're talking about. Unsolved Mysteries.
It's like AI generated slop. It's like a fat alien talking about like humanity and stuff.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of videos called Unsolved Mysteries.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Little intermission here while I try and look this up, because bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna love this shit.
Oh, I think I just found it. Yeah.
You found it? Okay. Maybe it was a different name, and that's why I was
so.
having trouble.
Unsolved Oddities? Is this
Let's
it?
see. Yes. Try typing that in the thing here.
Oh, I've just imported the video.
Yes, this is it. This is it. Try putting unanswered oddities in the search thing of the video player. Oddities is with 2 Ds, by the way,
Oh, there it is.
but it's still there.
Oh.
So do 1.
Weird.
Real or just a youngling's fairy tale.
All right.
Humans have been a great mystery of our time. These creatures of lore supposedly ate potatoes and enjoyed sleep. They're thought to be long extinct, if they ever existed at all. But
Right.
recent sightings all across the world have drummed up the debate once again. Rural Morgmog, 2 hours outside of Deedle, a hiker claims to have seen a human.
So yeah,
A human.
it was a Tuesday night. I had just gotten home from
Fucking
I
hell.
went out for my midnight lurk. You know, I was just being creepy and weird, and that's when I saw it. It was
What
a
the
human.
fuck?
You can tell by the knees. I've seen them in the historical books. They were just standing there, listening to sounds. I thought I might die.
I was called to the scene around midnight. Mr. Fugsnuck was in a panic. I searched the area for humans, but only found a toothbrush.
We
Jeez.
don't know much about humans, other than they were most likely wildly stupid creatures. We do believe they did some cool things, though, like super sweet water sports.
The current prevailing theory is that humanity was wiped off the planet by what were called escalators. One by one, each human slowly sucked into the moving stairs, taken out by their own dumb invention. It would have been quite the sight.
But of course not everyone believes that humans existed.
Humans ain't real, brother. That's a ruse made up by the monolith to distract us from the fact that they are putting plants in our food.
Whether you are a believer or not, something happened to Mr. Fugsnuck that night.
Now that I think about it, it could have just been a tree that I saw. It was pretty dark, and my eyes were closed, so it's hard to say.
As
Wow.
Department policy, I fired off multiple rounds into those woods just in case there was a human. I was promoted shortly after.
Without definitive proof, we may never know if humans actually existed or still exist today. What we do know is water sports are awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. Imagine if humans actually existed. What would you do about
I
it?
mean, it certainly would be shocking. I've never actually seen a human before. I mean, I've seen a hell diver many times. But
You've never seen a
humans,
human
I don't know.
before? No? Crazy.
Do you even know what you look like under that helmet?
You know, I don't want to know what I look like under the helmet. I don't want to
At least we
know.
have pictures of what you used to look like.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right. So,
Alrighty.
what sort of goals do you have for your future? Doesn't have to be like near future. It could be long term, like a career, maybe a place to live. What are you working
Yeah.
towards now?
Yeah, so well, if I didn't have a girlfriend, it would be a lot darker and stuff, but right now we're working towards getting ourselves situated and married and growing up and becoming adults. Well, I guess we are adults, but I meant like just become responsible and stuff. So we're saving money, and I don't know what the plan is as far as I don't think people buy houses immediately, and I'm not getting like a right now. I'm saving
You're
up
breaking
money.
up. I think you're a little far from your mic.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
I don't know. We'll see.
Is
So you're
Oh,
saving money.
okay. Yeah, just saving up money right now, and yeah, that's about it. I'm not too much of a good planner, so
What do you want to do with the rest of your life, though, other than, you know, growing up? Particular job or passion you want to pursue?
yeah, I kind of resent people that have that kind of focus and resolve, and I don't have that. And no, I don't. I don't have a particular passion or career field that I'd like to enter. I've explored a lot of different things so far, and I don't know what the answer is. I don't know where I'm going. I have some goals, and right now are just little bits of progress, but yeah,
So you're basically taking things a quarter mile at a time.
I'm cruising. That's right. Yeah, I'm cruising.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can relate to that in a sense. Like, I have ideas as to what I would like to do and where I would like to be, but life is not exactly straightforward. So you kind of do have to take things a day at a time.
Yeah. I would like to travel, escape the United States, and go see other places, go see Europe and get away, go see the world. But of course, that requires big dreams, bigger resolve, more money, bigger wallets. Yeah. So it's something on the list, though, to go do. We'll see how far I
Any
get with it.
places in particular, other than all of Europe?
Well, I think the most interesting thing about other cultures to go explore is food. So, in Europe, of course, there's like to go to Italy and go to Germany and go, and specifically Italy, like go to like Rome or something. That'd be kind of interesting. Go to France. But I don't know, kind of spitballing here. I haven't really thought about too hard, other than maybe Italy, but that would be kind of.
Well, as a fan of history, that seems like a good destination to hit up.
Yeah, seeing old stuff is fascinating. Of course, the United States is only 200 years old, about 300 years old. So
Yeah, ain't that fucking crazy?
when you think
Yeah,
about
China,
like,
thousands of years old.
right, yeah, and they
Even
got
older.
stuff, and yeah, they have cultures and stuff that they have to study, and we of course have like Native Americans and peoples living before colonization and all that, but like seeing like megalithic structures is cool. You know, you see them in a video, but of course, seeing something in person is a whole nother degree of probably awesome. And awe. So I'd like to go see something like, yeah.
Well, when I went to Japan, that was definitely one thing that I found to be surprising because you see their big gates and temples and statues, and you look at that sort of stuff and it's like, man, where did that level of craftsmanship go? I swear. Now you look at a box and you call it modern.
Modern, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess when you look around the States, our history isn't as apparent, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Well, I mean, we have history. It's not it's just not as expansive, and just there's just a lot less cultures to explore here than where you have all these different, like closely knit countries and people groups, like languages, and we just don't have that kind of stuff here. So
Well, that just depends where you go.
yeah,
Down in South Florida, it is quite the stew of cultures.
right. It's blended all together, but it doesn't. Is it the same thing where I don't know, other countries don't have that kind of blending as much? I don't know. I wouldn't know because I haven't been there. So I've been through
I mean, you're not wrong.
half of the Western United States, but yeah.
Well, how did you end up exploring half the U.S.?
Well, it's not like road trip stuff, but like I've been to Texas. I've been Washington, Oregon. Of course, I live in California, Nevada, Utah, and then there's a lot of stuff in the middle that I haven't particularly been to, but I don't know if there's anything significant there that makes it distinguishable.
Yeah, the flyover states.
The flyover states. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. I listen to a lot of things. But I don't know.
But not a lot of it sticks. I know what that's like.
Well, it's not
I know
retention.
a lot about nothing.
It's not retention. It's more just like listening to things secondhand is different than experiencing it yourself. So
yeah, that's for sure.
People say things. You learn about people's experiences, but it doesn't really mean as much as going and seeing the world and go seeing it yourself. Or
yeah, for sure. I mean, I had a different point of view before I went to Japan, for example. Like, you'd see videos on YouTube, pictures on Google, and you're like, yeah, I already seen it. I don't got to go and actually see it. It's right here. It's in front of me. It's on the screen. But then you're actually there, and it's like, holy shit, I am halfway around the fucking world right now, standing here, seeing this thing in all of its glory. You get a little emotional. Pretty awesome.
yeah, and I haven't had that kind of experience yet, so I'm looking forward to going to go do that. To be determined, though.
Yeah, I guess so. One step at a time. I guess you gotta go ahead and work on getting your place first. And once you have a home base to come back to, that'll make things easier for you and your significant other to go exploring the world.
Yeah. This mic is interesting.
It is certainly something. I was actually trying to see if I could make it have a use. Like when you talk into it, it actually transmits your voice to the recording. But that's a little bit above my level of expertise. So for now, they're just nice little props for the sake of immersion.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
Well,
so do you... Go ahead.
No, it's just a simple little question. I was wondering if you'd ever been to like conventions or anything like that.
Back when I used to be a more vigilant Star Wars fan, I had entertained the idea, but it's kind of faded away. I actually made a complete Mandalorian suit, like custom, not like the Mandalorian, not Din Djarin.
Serious?
Yeah. I built
awesome.
a custom one. I'll send some pictures of it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull that one up in post.
Yeah, I built it. Some of it I didn't 3D print anything, but I bought all the parts and I built the costume and glued the parts together and painted it, clear coated it, and all that stuff.
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, no, I had fun making it and stuff, and it's sitting right next to my PC right here. I'm looking at it. I'll have to show you guys it sometime. I just don't wear it anymore, but if I ever went to a Star Wars convention, I'd be rocking that stuff. I get a little shy sometimes.
Goodness.
So yeah.
The helmet stays on, babe.
That stays on. It's like
cool though.
After
but you didn't get to wear it out to a convention, you just made it?
I just made it for fun, yeah, and I think I dressed up for Halloween once or twice with it, yeah. But if I went to a convention, if I ever considered going back to a convention, I would wear that. Yeah. I'm just kind of shy about it.
Yeah, no wonder I never knew about this. That's awesome. Most people don't put in that kind of effort. I would know. Been to many a convention, and some of those cosplays, wow. Phoning it home doesn't do it justice.
Well, don't glaze my costume until you see it, because I don't know. There's some things that it needs some work on. I actually need to dust it off. It's been collecting dust there. But yeah, it was a time when Star Wars was alive, and Mandalorian season 1 and 2 came out, and I was having a blast and enjoying it, making it. As of now,
were you a Star Wars fan before all that, though?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I mean, I was born in 2001, and I had an uncle who was really into Star Wars, the original trilogy and all that, and I was brought up on prequel trilogy and the Clone Wars TV show, and so I had the exposure and walked
it on your uncle.
Walked away from a lot of it after 2015, just kind of not like maliciously or just like angry, but just exploring other things. Other genres, other TV shows, movies, stuff. I'm kind of a downer about Star Wars' current predicament. I don't have a lot of good things to say about current Star Wars. And I'm kind of the person that wishes people would just move on with like our iconic heroes and make something new. We have the unfortunate.
I think, sorry, but on that topic, like we had the whole expanded universe. Why didn't Disney just adapt some of those stories instead of trying to do their own thing, which sucks?
So there's this famous clip of Kathleen Kennedy, the CEO of Lucasfilm, saying, "Oh, exactly what you just said. Like we don't have the any source material to write," and it's like, lady, you had all of this expanded universe content, and you guys turned it all into quote unquote legends, and you're exactly right. Why didn't they do that? Well, there's always some kind of loss of creativity when you're faced with a giant corporate entity making decisions about who's going to write the story, and so it just the people they put in charge are. I mean, it's really what it comes down to. Vision, like having vision and stuff. So, yeah, but I'm a kind of person that wishes, like, just in the entertainment industry as a whole, we would take risks and just go try something different. Like even within the sci-fi genre, make something new. Make something instead of like trying to capture the old art and memory of our icons from 40 years ago, 50 years ago. History has humans have a habit of we tell the same stories over and over again in different ways, and of course we need to adapt to our own culture and stuff. And well, what do we want to say? But all we really do nowadays is make remakes and sequels and prequels, and it's very just Hollywood and just entertainment in general just doesn't really have any spark. It's all about money and what's safe, and I get it. You want to make money, that's how you do it and stuff. But so as far as Star Wars goes, I think the story of Star Wars is done. I don't think it needs other like facets to explore within the universe. I think what we had is I think there's room for good Star Wars content to be made, but I really don't believe they're going to do any of the things that we would hope as a community that they do. And of course, if they do them, there is a degree of doubt and kind of just being not sure about they're going to do it right. They're going to mess up this character that I love if they do this. And for me, yeah, just scrap it. Don't even try and attempt it. Go make something new. Don't keep trying to recreate the wheel here. Just try something different. The story of Star Wars is about the redemption, the tragedy, and the redemption of Anakin Skywalker. And George Lucas told that story. And other stories within that universe that don't pertain to specifically, let's say, the Skywalkers, they're cool, but I think they can only go so far. And yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan, that's how I'll probably talk to you about Star Wars. It's over, and we're happy that it happened, and we're happy that the story got told.
I mean, I don't see it as being over. I just see it as being in the wrong hands. Because I know something that I would really like to see is something in the vein of like the level of quality, depth, and production of Game of Thrones before they fucked it all up at the end. let's just say the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Right.
But in the era of the Old Republic, I think that would be so based.
And are you talking a TV show? Are you talking a movie trilogy? Or what kind of scope are you looking at here?
Like a TV show, like hour-long episodes with a fat budget and a story of similar depth as Game of Thrones, but based in the Old Republic era. So something for grown-ups that gives you a lot of food for thought. Something that goes real deep into the nitty-gritty back when the Force was a force to be reckoned with.
And of course, it would involve not having Disney be at the helm, right? I presume. Okay, yeah,
Because this
exactly.
ain't for kids. Shit, this might not even be for teenagers. Like young adults. A show for grown-ups.
Yeah.
Sith Lords were actually evil as fuck. I want somebody's head to get fucking squished with the Force.
Yeah. I remember back when there was headlines about Rogue One, there was a lot of reshoots because apparently the movie was too violent and Gareth Edwards had to reshoot a bunch of shots because Disney didn't like what they were doing. And of course we got the final scene with Vader, the hallway Vader scene, but there was a lot more stuff that they cut out. That sucks. You do yearn for that as an adult. What could have been. Reminisce of what could have been.
See, that's what I'm talking about. This stuff is just being mismanaged because there is potential.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying there's nothing like they can't do. It's just that as far as I'm aware, Star Wars isn't going anywhere as far as whose hands it's in. So I would just take your losses, Disney. Get out of here. Let someone else go ahead and make something.
It's just Disney has filthy money. Like, fuck you money. They can afford playing a little dangerously and skirting the line. It's
but they have the capacity to, but they won't. They won't. And I'm not gonna
George got that
twiddle my thumbs and hold my breath while I'm waiting and hoping that they do. I'd just rather move on to something else.
Like Elden Ring?
That is my sink. My time sink, yeah. It might as well be my religion. I study that stuff every day, and I don't really talk about it with people because it's one of those things. It's like trying to talk about quantum mechanics with people, or just something that's really complex and how it tells stories. And like, you can have people. I mean, it's similar to Star Wars, where like you have Star Wars fans that like only the original trilogy, and maybe they like Rogue One and they don't like the prequels and they don't like the Clone Wars, and like they're their own kind of Star Wars fan. And then of course there's like people that they like everything. They like the prequels, they like the original trilogy, and they like the sequels, and like there's like nothing bothers them. And there's people that gatekeep what is a Star Wars fan and what's not a Star Wars fan. And like, anyways, the point is like with Elden Ring, especially like lore stuff, there's so many different viewpoints. In a lot of ways, there's not a consensus on like what is like happening in the story and what's established facts and what's a red herring and what's misleading and what's being misinterpreted and all these things. And I'm there to dive in the deep end, the lore and stuff. But of course, when you're trying to talk with people about that kind of thing, it's like, how do I relate? Okay. So I don't know how to explain it properly, but at least just on internet, on like Reddit and stuff,
Right.
there seems to be so many disagreements about like basic lore, and the draw for me, we'll just step aside, like step away and just say like the draw for me is you're not baby fed all the information. The story isn't baby fed to you. You take a proactive step in trying to figure out the story. I like storytelling that makes you want to think about what the core elements and the themes are and the secrets, and so I got sucked into it. My favorite movie of all time is John Carpenter's the 1982 The Thing. It's my favorite movie. I could watch it over and over again. It stars Kurt Russell and stuff. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I think I saw it once when I was like a wee little baby. So is it like that goo monster?
it kind of is a goo monster. It's basically a shape-shifting alien that can transform and assimilate biological organisms perfectly. It can replicate you as a person by consuming you, and it can exactly, yeah.
Like it's motioning to like put on a trailer or something.
Yeah, and basically you don't know who's human because the thing, it basically knows your memories. It might as well be you biologically. The only difference is that you break it down and separate it cell by cell. Each cell acts as its own individual organism. So when it becomes a group of cells, it becomes like it's a singular organism. And so why I love that movie is that it doesn't tell you all the information. Not a hive mind necessarily. The novelization implies that it was telepathic, and you could probably imply that in the movie too. But it's like if I was a bunch of cells and you cut off my arm and I was the thing, then my arm, because it desires to protect itself as its own organism, and the rest of my body as the thing, it wouldn't necessarily be aligned with the arm, but it's kind of complex the way to think about it.
Yeah, this sounds like biological nanomachines.
The thing is completely biological. It's cells assimilating and copying and replicating foreign cells and stuff.
It's rated R, so this has to be good.
Yeah, I've never seen the trailer, so it's kind of a... I've never seen this trailer before.
12 men have just discovered something. For 100,000 years, it was buried in the snow and ice. Now it has found a place to live. Inside. Where no one can see it, or hear it, or feel it.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won. You guys gonna listen to Gary? He can beat one of those things!
That's a decent trailer depiction of what's going on. But yeah, I love this movie because it doesn't tell you all the facts. It doesn't. I mean, the story is pretty straightforward, but you don't have the information to know like who's the thing at the end of the film. So like you're left to speculate what happens in other scenes that don't get shown to you. And it requires you to think about the story and like the timeline and like who was here when and where and all that. And so I like that kind of storytelling where less is more. And it's not just, oh, we're not going to have an official explanation, therefore you come up with it. It's like, no, there is like a proper filled out explanation of what happened. We're just not going to tell you, and you have to figure out, maybe it is ambiguous, maybe it isn't. Maybe this person's the alien, maybe they're not. And so that kind of storytelling is what I like. And back to Elden Ring, it's the same thing. It's very not clarified. There's a lot of interpretation. There's a problem of translation. There's dialogue that gets translated from Japanese to English and item descriptions, and you're looking at architecture and visual story elements and not just like talking to people. And then there's unreliable narration. So there's events or like things that you're being told by characters that may not necessarily be true, and that adds a whole other level of like, okay, you really have to pay attention to the stuff going on to get an idea. And of course, Miyazaki, the kind of the heart and soul of these games, he loves history and pulling from history and cultures and religions and all this. So like is right in my ballpark of like interest and like seeing where he's getting the ideas from in history, in real life and stuff. Without getting actually into lore and stuff, because that's this whole other tangent I'll squirrel. I love that game to death. Yeah.
Suffice to say, well, you basically just don't like having your hand held. You like when you have to think.
Yeah, it's not necessarily bad. But it's kind of like bait. It's like, for me, it's bait. It's, oh, you want to know this character's motivations? Good. Go and figure it out and stuff. So, it has replay value. In other words, it requires you to go back in time and redo this and relook at it. Like in video games in general, I don't like buying a whole bunch of games and like spending a little bit of hours in this and a little bit. I like from getting bang for my buck. I like playing one game and really investing into it. Or it's kind of like the dilemma of like, do you like having lots of friends that you maybe don't know as well and you're not as close with, or do you like having a really tight, close group of friends? And of course, for me, that's the picture with the games. It's, I want a few games that I really pour myself into, be passionate about, and Elden Ring is probably my top one.
That's a great way of putting it. That's so much better than the example I had.
Well, how do you see it?
Oh, because what I was initially thinking when you said that is because I kind of feel that same way about games, but I was thinking more like anime, because quote unquote anime fans, they're always watching literally everything that comes out every season. So like, oh, top 5 animes of the season, best character betrayals of this season. And it's like, dude, you guys are watching in seasons? Yeah. I watch my anime like I eat my food. One slow, savory bite at a time, because I like to enjoy it. So yeah, I'm behind on a lot of good animes, but that's because the ones that I watch, I'm watching it for a reason. And I'm trying to absorb it and immerse myself as much as possible to get the most out of the experience. I treat my games kind of the same way. But your example
All right.
with friends was definitely better. That is so true. So relatable even.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just I don't know how I got to that point philosophically. Maybe it's just financial kind of constriction. Like I don't want to spend more money on games and not actually pay attention to them and enjoy them stuff. So I'm like, oh, I'm willing to put $60 down and throw 400 hours into this game, and that's pretty darn worth it. Like think of like you go to the movies to go watch a 2-hour movie and you buy a $15 ticket and a $12 box of popcorn, and you get 2 hours of fun and then you're over. But like a video game, I mean, aside from like internet and electricity, there's untapped. Some games have limitless replayability and consume them indefinitely. So
yeah, that rings very true to my childhood. I milked every game I owned when I was a kid. It makes you wonder how you had so much time in a day.
yeah.
Not
So
anymore.
So aside from the financial part of it, maybe there's an element of like you also want to be really good at this game, and if you're always playing so many different games, you don't get to excel at one a lot. And so that's how I view like Elden Ring too. It's the Souls games are all notorious for their difficulty, and so it's like something like, okay, well, I want to rise to the challenge and I want to get really good at it. So that's how I enjoy the game. Anyways, but yeah. With your animes, do you have a particular one you can think of that you like would choose over all the others as like your most passionate or like most preferred one? You had a
So easily. For me, the anime I am most closely attached to on all levels has to be Gurren Lagann. That,
okay.
wow. Like, my favorite series is JoJo, but just if I had to say my number one anime, I think it's just Gurren Lagann. Sure, nostalgia factors into that. That movie just hits on every level. I recently went to, what was it? I think it's like the 20th anniversary. They had a showing of the movies, which are just short versions with new animation scenes of the series. And they were showing them in 4D theaters. So you had like moving chairs and wind and rain and dust and all that shit.
Oh, dang.
And those movies were never dubbed. And I preferred the English dub. But for this anniversary, they got back the old voice actors to dub the movies. Oh my God. To say it wasn't a spiritual experience would be an understatement. I was, bruh.
Dang.
In the final moments of that second movie, everyone in the theater screaming in excitement. I was just crying. It was such an experience. And I'm so glad I was there. I love Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. And could you describe the premise?
So the gist of it is we're in the very far future where humanity lives underground. They're kept there because there are what are called beast men, where they're basically human animal hybrids. that
Okay.
keep the population in check and below the surface. And
Okay.
this kid is basically some scared, scrawny little loser who has no aspirations. He just likes to dig holes to expand their underground colony. But his best friend is this older guy that he just calls his big bro. And this guy is like, fuck the underground. I'm going to the surface. I know it exists. I've been there when I was a kid. And you're going to help me get there, Simone. Which is a little kid. And the show just, pun intended, spirals out of control into this grand adventure of Simone being the digger that he is, using his drill to break every imaginary ceiling to the point where they go from living in this underground colony to fighting these multi-dimensional battles because there is no limit to what you can do if you believe in yourself. And if you ever stop believing in yourself, then believe in the person that believes in you. All about love and believing. And anything is possible. It's inspiring. You want to work out after watching that. You want to change your life after you watch Gurren Lagann.
Wow. Can't recall having that kind of experience before watching a movie.
Jamie, if you could pull up the trailers to the first movie.
Yeah, let's see that.
The second one is spoilers because there's a time skip. Gurren Lagann. Gurren. Yeah, with an L. Lagann. There you go. No, Rren.
Sick. There we go.
En.
Log in.
You're so close. Okay. I'm gonna help you out here. Trailer, right? Yes. There you go. There you go. I thought Lagann had two ends. Anyway. Yeah, there it is. The 15th anniversary.
So that was last year. Okay.
I'm just gonna hit play on that. The music is peak. This is just the perfect.
お前が迷ったら俺が信じるお前を信じろ私もシモンを信じます死ねえ行けシモン俺は奴はまだ本当の恐怖を知らん走り出した想いが今でもこの宇宙は完全に我々が支配している帰国シモンを死刑とするこいつら大クランだぞ悲しいな無駄なことだなめんじゃねえ人間の力見せてやるな俺たちを誰だと思ってやがる行けシモン宣言突破グレンラガン
Oh my.
I got chills. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, that looked like a lot of action. So the main theme is like about believing in yourself, and if not yourself, then believe in people next to you who believe in you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because spiral energy, it turns out, is fueled by love. The love of your friends, the love of your family, the love of your significant other. As long as you have the will to keep pushing forward and keep fighting, there is no limit to the amount of spiral energy you can generate to fuel you in achieving your goals.
It's pretty noble. Yeah.
It's
That's a good theme. Right on. And how long ago did you initially watch that?
I think I found out about it.
Excuse me.
Well, now that I think about it, if that's the 15th anniversary, that means it's about 15, well, now 16 years old, which I was in high school, which is exactly when I saw it. So I guess I saw it as it came out.
As it came out? Okay. So you got this nostalgia
Then I
trip too.
rewatched it again. And
Oh, wow.
I've rewatched it several times. It's just one of those things where when I really enjoy something, like a game or a movie or whatever, if it's
Right.
really, really fucking good, then I only enjoy it once because I don't want to taint the experience. So
What do you mean?
the reason I've rewatched this, well, okay, so for example, I recommend people watch Blu-ray animes because it's the finished version of the anime. And
Yeah.
I feel that first impressions are the most impactful. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. So everything hits you at 100%. But when you rewatch something, it doesn't really hit you as hard because you already know what's going to happen and what to expect. Like, it'll still hit you if it's good, but it's never going to be like that first time.
Sours a little
your
bit.
eyes on it.
Gotcha.
Now, the only way I can sort of relive those feelings is when I make the exception to re-experience something because I'm showing somebody else. So I vicariously savor the moment through them.
You enjoy the seeing someone else experience it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
I understand.
I took my little brother to watch that with me.
And he hadn't
Looks
seen
Bill
it.
Blood wants to join the pod.
Yeah.
I mean, that's up to
Is he in
you.
the- is he in the- is he in the
We're
studio?
already pretty deep in the pod.
Yeah. Is he in the studio?
No, he's not in here. He's not.
No, he's
in here
not.
unless we let him.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
So
I think we talked for quite a bit of time. Is there any other
well, at
things
the
that
end of the day,
you
the
want
goal is to get to know about you. So, do you feel like the audience has enough info to get an idea as to what makes you you?
to? You know, there's a certain element of being anonymous that I enjoy being online with, and I like sharing my interests and stuff. But as far as my personal life goes, I don't think there's a lot more I feel comfortable sharing. So I I'm good at talking about things I enjoy, but I'm not good at talking about myself. It gets kind of awkward
Don't worry about
fast.
that. Well,
I think.
like I said with Snow Mexican, basically, if you don't feel comfortable divulging in other things, then I guess we'll just get to know you from firsthand experience. Just hanging out with you.
Yeah, and if you talk to me long enough, I probably will become more personal, which I have.
I hear you.
So
Alrighty. Do you want to wrap it up or any other little tidbits you want to talk about?
Yes, I would like to say that you're looking for community. The 707 provides it. And we have people here that are willing to play and be open. Don't hesitate to join. There's always some other game that we're playing. So that's probably where I like to leave it. For Super Earth.
Alrighty. For Super Earth.